Okay, so last time we left off, PetsApp was in V2, which used the SQLite database to store data. And now we're going to do PetsApp V3, which is going to use Firebase, which is a cloud, a real-time database service offered by Google. So this is the Firebase homepage for their real-time database, and it says store and sync data in real time. And it says real-time syncing for JSON data. So the value proposition of Firebase is that using its API, you can actually store and load data in a database in Google's cloud, and it actually synchronizes in real time with other clients who are also reading and monitoring your database. So this is how the site currently looks as of May 2018 when this video is made, but like in the future, I would not be surprised if the website ends up changing or certain settings that I'm changing. So when you follow these tutorials, definitely take those possible changes into account. So what I've done is I've made a PetsApp v3 skeleton folder, which is where we're going to start our explorations. Let me open some new windows also. So recall we're going to do npm install again, just to install Express and all the main dependencies from package.json. And let's see. Okay, that's done installing. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start up the server, just like V2. Let me open a new tab just to open the server up. Open the front end up so we can see what it looks like. So, whoops, PetsApp. I think it's 3000, yeah. Okay, so I've actually added a few buttons and elements to this. So I've added a reset database button and a delete from database button, as well as a field for who to delete from the database. Everything else is the same as V2 though, and we're going to fill in this functionality and use Firebase as the database instead of SQLite as the database. So let me start editing my code here. Actually, let me start the server on this one. Oops. Because I don't need the font to be big. I have my font size set to big here for the demo. Okay, we're going to go to static files and edit the petsapp.html. We're actually just going to edit the front end code because it turned out that it's possible to work with Firebase just from the front end. I recommend working from the back end if you want more security and authentication, but for a demo, it's okay to work in the front end. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is to sign up for a Firebase project, to create a Firebase project. So you'll need a Google login for this to log into your Google account. And if you're logged into your Google account and you go to the Firebase console, which should be accessed from like View Console or New Project or whatever, you can add a project. So your project is going to be named something different than mine. I'm going to create a demo project and I'm going to shut it down right after this so that these keys won't work. So my project, I'm going to be called PetsApp YouTube Demo, just as a name. Okay, PetsApp YouTube Demo, and I'm going to create project. And unknown error. What? Okay, let's say PetsApp Demo. Why not? Okay, PetsApp Demo works. I don't know why I didn't like the other name. Maybe I didn't like YouTube in the name. Okay, so it's creating this project in Google's cloud, and it says project's ready. Great, so continue. Okay, get started. I want to go and on the get started page, again, if you're viewing this video later, the page might have changed, but something like add Firebase to your web app, because we want to create a web app with Firebase. If you do that, it says copy and paste the snippet below to the bottom of your HTML before other script tags. So the idea here is that you want to put this before any JavaScript script tags. Okay, so what I want to do is copy this code It says copy to clipboard, and I'm going to paste it into my HTML before any other script tags. So you follow the skeleton, I have an instruction, put your Firebase initialization code here. So I'm going to paste it in. So what this says is that it says first include the Firebase JS script from Google's own hosting service. So this will give us Firebase on the front end. Remember, this is front end code, and then initialize Firebase with a specific API key and other kinds of authentication information. Okay, so far so good. Let's go back here. So I am done here. Now the next thing you have to do, since you're using this on the front end, is to actually turn, you want to turn the permissions to public so that anyone can access it. Here we go. So security rules for real-time database starts in locked mode as a default. You want to turn it to starts in test mode. Again, if you're viewing this later and the dialogues or UI has changed, just see something like the rules are read true, write true. So this says test mode right now. So this is warning, anyone with your database reference will be able to read or write to your database. Enable. So this is fine for prototyping, but it's not good for actually doing it in production because anyone will be able to mess with your database. It's okay for prototypes and for the class projects though. So it says your security rules are defined as public. Anyone can read or write to your database, just as a warning.